Hey guys, Adam with Upstate Marine, and I've been getting a lot of questions about how we at Upstate Marine set up our profiles, specifically our ram fill setting. I kind of touched on that a little bit in a previous video, but today I'm going to dive into it a little bit more. Today we're on a brand new FI-23, 1 hour on the clock, did some PDI stuff, but now I'm going to dive in and actually set up these profiles as I was set up pre-delivery. So as you want to hone in here, I'm at the home screen after I've accepted the initialization. I'm going to go up here where the profiles are. So right now we're at the go home setting and I'm going to add a profile. In this case I've already added it and I called it ram fill. So I'm going to go in here and edit, that way you can see each section. So quick surf is off. My speed, which is important, is 14.6. So the ram fill is a huge intake on the bottom of the boat that opens after 8 miles an hour and will close after 15 miles an hour. You have 90 seconds that valve is going to stay open without overriding. So we try to maximize that time. So with that said, I'm going to set it at 14.6. That way, in case our zero off hits 14.8 or 15, it's not going to intermittently close that valve. So 14.6. I'm going to go ahead and put my center tank, bow, ram fill port, ram fill starboard all at 100. And my back tube bags at 80 and my transom bag at 100. Another important aspect of this profile is doing my center tab at 80. What that's going to do is, as I'm intaking all this water fast in 90 seconds at 14.6 miles an hour, that's going to keep my bow down. That way I'm not, straight up in the air. I have clean visibility as I'm doing this. Because as we're leaving our dock or our beach or whatever we've been doing and we're going to surf, we got to go there to our open spot anyway. In this area, per South Carolina, at least 150 feet away from shorelines, docks, or any type of cove, right? So we're going to go to our main spot, which we're in now, and I'm going to activate this profile. So 14.6, all the ballast 100, because while we're filling our ram fill, might as well fill our plug and plays. That way, by the time our ram fill is complete at 100, once I activate Pro Surf left or right, it's already going to be making a beautiful wave, and it's only going to get bigger as our plug and play is complete. So here we go. I'm done here, and we're going to activate. So I just heard my pumps turn on, and while we're doing this, you're going to hear the boat getting heavier. RPM is going to increase a little bit because we're adding a lot of load. Depending on which model Centurion, close to over 3,000 pounds. So I've activated my ram fill, and now I'm going to go to my ballast screen. So what's important here is that my ram fill is already filling up right now, and everything else is filling up also. So once my ram on both sides go to 100%, I'm going to activate either my surf left or surf right, whichever side we're surfing on. All right, guys, as you can see here, my ram port and ram starboard are hit 100, right? So now I'm going to go straight into my Pro Surf left. That's all that I've done. My plug and plays are about 50% full. I activated my Pro Surf left, and most people can already start surfing that wave. And my rear bags are not even completely full. That's how fast you can surf a Centurion. And it's only going to get better. We can keep going. The person can be dropping the rope, and it's only going to get taller, steeper, and more push in the backside as our rear bags fill. And without a stopwatch, I usually time it about 3.5 minutes from between I start my ram fill from activating my Pro Surf left to get this wave. 3.5 minutes. There's no other boat that can do that. All right, guys, as I showed you ram fill into Upstate Surf left, now I'm going to dive into what my preferred Pro Surf left settings are. So that's surf and port side. So as we get into that, I've got surf left on my quick surf. I like to run about 70% tab, 11.2 to 11.4 speed. My center, bow, ram port are all 100%. I usually offset my starboard ram about 25%, just because if I'm looking for a dominant port side wave, that's what I like the best, and run less tab. And then my back tube plug and plays and my transom bag are all 100. And I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then transition into my starboard side or goofy wave, and I'll show you what that looks like in those settings. So now we're going to transition into our goofy wave or the starboard side wave. So I'm going to upstate surf left, and that consists of Basically the same thing as my port side wave. So 100% in my bow, 100% in my center, 100% in my ram starboard. I only offset my port side in this 15%, so 85%, just because of proper rotation, everything else is going to help clean it up. And my back two bags and my transom at 100%. I like to stay at 11.2 miles an hour, and I also run 70% tab and 30 on my stinger plate. So I'm gonna click done, activate. So you've seen how beautiful our port side wave is, and it's that clean of a transition. All right, so now we've shown you the upstate surf left setting, the upstate surf right setting, and the beautiful part is we're going 11.2. You can check out my line of sight. My bow's not up in the air. I have easy visibility. There's no extra seat risers. I'm turning 3,400 RPMs with 2 people in the boat. We're not working anything hard. So back to upstate surf left, all I did was press activate, and that's how quick the transition was. If you look back, the wave's already back and clean, no tricks. All I did was work profiles, ram fill, upstate surf left, upstate surf right, and then go home once I'm done. It's that easy. All right, so specifically here in the upstate, we run into occasions to where storms can come up quick. We got the mountains right there that you can see, and whether it's an emergency or a storm or whatever is happening, we're in a position now where we're fully ballasted, where the airboat has 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 pounds of ballast. We're heavy. So in some cases, if you don't have tabs, your bow would be very high. You wouldn't be able to go anywhere quick. So fortunately, the way Centurion operates, just as fast as I was able to get surfing, I can also take off without any issues. So I'm in upstate surf left. I'm gonna press go home, activate, done. I'm gonna go back to my surf screen, turn quick launch on. That's all that I'm gonna do. It put my cruise at 22 miles an hour. It's gonna start dumping ballast. Ram fill's gonna drain as we move. That's all I'm gonna do. So just like that, my bow is down and I'm able to leave that fast. I'm already up at my 22 miles an hour that I commanded. There's no access, drag, or torque, or anything like that. It's very seamless. And not to mention that, fully ballasted at 22 miles an hour, I was only turning 4,200 RPMs. With the speed of ram fill, I'm already down to 30% drained, and we're already down to 3,900 RPMs. So hopefully after everything that we showed you, you help also better understand what ram fill is from Centurion boats and how awesome it can be if you utilize the process. Oftentimes we'll hear, oh, the Centurion boats are complicated, this or that, because of their incredible adjustability offerings with tabs, but it can also be very simple. As you saw, I went from go home to ram fill, and then pick a side where it's my upstate surf left or upstate surf right settings, and I was literally surfing in about 3.5 minutes. And you saw the wave, a good 15 foot long wave with good power, good curl, and it was only getting bigger over time as my rear bags continued to fill. As we were done, as we went to take off, press go home, quick launch on, my bow was nice and low, and we were headed back to the dock, which we're at now, without any drama on any course during that. On top of that, I can go in and adjust every single profile, add some more tab, take away some tab, stinger plate, make it beefier, more mellow. All that's there, but if you just want a simple turnkey, press some profiles, it can also be that. And you saw how incredible the wave looks on both sides and how clean the transitions were. So if you have any questions, give us comments. That's what inspired this video, because the first time I just wasn't as thorough. So dove a little bit more into detail about the profiles, the settings, and what they do to hopefully you have a better experience in your own Centurion boat. And if you want to find out more, maybe you're in a competitor's boat and you're interested, come out for a free demo, give us a call, either our South Carolina store or our store in Terrell, North Carolina. We'd be happy to take you on a 101 demo.